First, I'll touch the right touch switch to extend the wings halfway. As you can see, the green mode LED is blinking. Now, as I've mentioned before when I've taken these videos, I am filming with an iPhone and the camera does not capture at a very high frame rate. So when the LED appears that it might not be blinking, it is actually blinking. It's actually turning on and off very clearly to the eye. So up here we have the green LEDs. The yellow LEDs are in the Ghostbusters 1 pattern, and the green LEDs can be switched. Why don't I switch the mode switch now so you can actually see that in action. I have to let go of the button here, but I have a solution for that. As you see, when I let go of the button, the lights go off, which would present a difficulty for showing you how the mode switch works. But up here, you can see I have dip switches. And why don't I demonstrate the functionality of the first dip switch for you? Now, you may be thinking the servos are moving slowly. That is intentional. The servos are moving at the exact speed which they're moving in the film. I timed it frame by frame in 2 different scenes to see how fast the servos moved in the movie. And I determined that they were moving at about, well, they extended to 90 degrees in 20 frames. So, 0.8 of a second. Now I'll push the full extension button. And you can see the LEDs animate much faster. I really wish I had a better camera to demonstrate this, because this camera is just not up to snuff for capturing the actual animation which is occurring. What you're seeing on the screen is absolutely nothing like what's actually happening, but that's okay. Let me show you the servos here. You'll be able to see how the LEDs are actually animating once I slow them down here in a moment. So here's the servos over here. Let me hit that left switch again so you can actually see them, and I'll get both in view this time so you can see that they move in opposite directions. And again, the servos are moving at the same speed that they move in the film. And halfway now. Now I'll demonstrate the functionality of the dip switch. This first switch on the dip switch adjusts the mode of the touch switches. So as you saw before, when you touch the left touch switch, the wings extend fully. When you release it, they return to their home position. But when I flip this switch, now the PKE behaves differently. When I touch the left touch switch, you'll see the wings extend, but when I release it, they remain in the same position. And when I touch the right touch switch, they'll retract. And as you can see, the lights are off now, which is the state that they are supposed to be in when the wings are fully retracted. So I will slowly extend the wings here and move the camera back a bit so you can actually see things. I just touched it a little bit and the servos moved only a little bit. And you can see the LEDs are animating very slowly. And see if I can get a better view here so you can actually see what's going on. Okay, you can see that the green LEDs are animating. I'll demonstrate the mode switch now because it's handy. Did you see that? And you may have also noticed in the background, the yellow LED is now blinking. Let me flip it again. Now the green LED is blinking. And once more. Over here, you can see the yellow LEDs animating. Over here, you can see the yellow LEDs animating. So, over here, you can see the yellow LEDs animating. The wires are in the way a little, but you should be able to see that even with the super bright hot spot on the camera, that the LEDs are animating in the correct pattern. Now I'll demonstrate another function that the dip switch has. You can see down here that the yellow LED is blinking. When I flip the second dip switch, it's gone solid. And flip over to the green, and the green is solid as well. So if you decide that you don't like the blinking, you can actually disable it with the dip switches. But I will re-enable that for now. And there you can see it's blinking again. And I'll switch over to the green. Now let me demonstrate another feature. If I flip this switch, the sound is muted. I'll turn that on again later. But for now, down here, you can see next to the touch switches are two little blue squares. And it's a little hard to see, but those little blue squares are trimmer potentiometers. And they have a little spot in the middle where you can insert a Phillips head screwdriver and turn it to adjust them. And this is what adjusting them does. If you watch the servo here, you will see it turn as I adjust the trimmer potentiometer. You see that motion? Let me actually extend the wings fully, and then you'll be able to see the motion better. So now we're at full extension. If you'll notice, the servo horn is no longer oriented 90 degrees to the servo body. If I turn this trimmer potentiometer, you'll see it move into position. See that? Now it's at 90 degrees. So that's how you can adjust the two servos so that they are aligned properly. Because when you get these servos out of the box, they may not align to exactly 90 degrees. One may turn to a greater angle than the other does, and that would leave you with your wings at different angles when you have your wings fully extended. So that's what the trim pots do.